Welcome back to the show. I'm Journey Taylor, and I'm here with our special guest, Amber Boyd. She's the Executive Director of Workforce Development for EBR. Thank you, Ms. Boyd, for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm excited to be back here. You know, I started my career at Capitol High School when I was 21 years old. I taught American history and world history dual enrollment with BRCC, and so I kind of feel like I'm coming home, or at least to the beginning of my career home.
Where are you from?
I am from St. Helena, which is a rural parish, probably about an hour away from here, so I'm a country girl. I grew up on a farm in the country. There wasn't really a lot around.
What schools did you attend growing up?
So I went to Live Oak Elementary, Live Oak Middle School, and Live Oak High School. I was a K-12 Live Oakian, which is in Watson, right in Livingston Parish, and then I went to Southeastern Louisiana University for college, also Lion Up, Southeastern, and then of course I came to Capitol and continued on to be a Lion.
What were some of your best memories of school?
Okay, so I loved history classes. I was a history teacher, so I loved my Louisiana history class, my American history class. I loved my civics teacher. I just really enjoyed those classes because I felt like you learned about people's behaviors and patterns of behavior. And I really liked the government class because it made me realize that we all have a voice, and that I think that's why I wanted to become a teacher of that, to teach people, you know, about the laws and about representation and about how you can use your voice to better society and not make the mistakes that people made in the past.
How did you start working for EBR schools?
So I graduated in December from Southeastern, and Marlon Kuzan, who is the Administrative Director of Parental and Community Engagement for the parish, actually was on an interview committee, and I didn't even think about EBR because it was a little bit further away from where I lived. And he interviewed me, and he just sold me on all the opportunities and great things that EBR had to offer. So I applied. I interviewed at Glenox High School and Capitol High School, and I was really excited because at Capitol High School, there was a TV with a cord. This is probably like, you're too young for this, but it was called an AverKey, and it connected your computer to the television, and so you could project your PowerPoints, you know, like, I was born before Google. Mm-hmm. So the technology that Capitol had, that was cool. Like, that was like state of the art back then.
Tell us, what is workforce development and what role does it play in our school system?
So the Office of Workforce Development encompasses all of career and technical education. So this class is considered a career and technical education class. You fall in the arts, AV communication, and technology pathway. So the skills that you're learning in here and the credentials that you're obtaining will help you either go straight into a career or go to community college, vocational, or university. So it's going to put some extra tools in your pocket. So the Office of Workforce Development works with all of those classes, PK through 12, career awareness, career exploration, career exposure, and then by the time you get to high school, helping you pick a career pathway so that you can move forward and be successful. We also oversee the EBR Career and Technical Education Center, and that's where we're housed. We run about 500 students from all of our area high schools through the center. They're still a student at their school, but they attend the center half a day every other day if there's a program that they're passionate about that their high school doesn't offer. For instance, at Capitol High School, if a student wanted to be an automotive technician, y'all don't have that at Capitol High, but because you go to Capitol High, you could apply and you could go take that at the center. We also oversee student internships. So once you get in the 11th grade, you need to apply to get a paid internship. So students are paid to work about 5 weeks during the summer, and then in the fall, spring of their senior school year, they can get out early and also get paid. And we place them in a job where they're kind of gaining some experience in something that they're passionate about, but they're also putting some change in their pocket. So it's great. And then, of course, the last department that we work with is JROTC. So that is an excellent program that reinforces student leadership. It's a service organization. And of course, it's for students that are interested in the military and also for students that are just interested in that teamwork and that competitive spirit, because they do lots of competitions like archery and drones and riflemen. They do ranger competitions. It's great. So why is my department important? I feel like we're the end of a perfect circle. So students go to school for at least 13 years, right? Kindergarten through 12th grade. But when they leave, what do they have besides that diploma? What tools do they have in their pocket? Do they have technical DE? Do they have AP credit? Do they have industry-based credentials like Adobe, CIW, carpentry, electrical, instrument, all those great things? Do they have opportunities to not just go straight to work, but also to be ahead of others that are going to community college, or if you're going for a 4+ year degree, if you're interested in being a surgeon here at Capitol, you should be in Miss Aubert's medical class getting those skills before you graduate. So to me, workforce is the reason we keep y'all for 13 years, so that you will eventually end up in the workforce. The question is just, when are you going to start work?
How did you get involved with workforce development?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so, yeah, because I was social studies and civics, huh? So my entire family falls under career and tech ed. I am one of the few people in my family that went to college and got a degree. Everyone else in my family does what we consider construction, craft, trade work. My husband started out as a helper, a welder, an electrician. He learned instrumentation. And now he works as a nuclear instrumentation tech at the nuclear plant in St. Francisville. My grandpa was a welder. My uncles were all welders or pipe fitters. So this was something that I grew up knowing about, and this is kind of the industry that paid for my livelihood. So I'm passionate about it. And so a position came open at the Career and Tech Ed Center that I was telling you about. And so I took that position, and I think that my team did really well. And so when Mr. Cole became superintendent, he asked me if I would expand my reach and work with the programs district-wide. And so I have been blessed. If you can't tell, I love my job. What I do is very meaningful. I love students and I love my job. So I am very blessed to let my passion also carry over into my workplace. So I think that kind of creates a recipe for success. So what are you passionate about? I'm gonna throw you off your game a little
Basketball.
Basketball. So have you figured out how to take that passion and then also put yourself in a position where you can build a career off that?
Not yet. Not yet.
What about a sports anchor? Maybe.
No. What do you like most about working for our school system?
Oh, the opportunities and the students. EBR, Mr. Cole always says, dare to be great. I feel like we are great. Like I said, I started working here when I was 21. Everything that I know professionally and everything that I know how to do professionally, the East Baton Rouge Parish School System taught me that. Every connection that I've been able to make with students and parents and community members has been because the East Baton Rouge Parish School System has allowed me that. I think that we have more opportunities for students than any other district I know of in the state, and sometimes the nation. Sometimes we go and present what we do, and people are amazed by y'all and what our students can do. And so I think that's what makes EBR great, opportunities.
What's the mission of workforce development?
The mission of workforce development is to ensure that all students are prepared for a career and workforce ready. One of our sayings at CTEC is, if you hang around long enough, we'll put you to work.
Explain to our audience what CTE is.
CTE is Career and Technical Education. So everyone should have the goal to eventually go into a career. And these classes prepare you for that. And the technical education part is, in some careers, they expect you to have industry-based credentials or certain skills to be able to progress in that. The question, though, is, when are you going to start your career? Are you going to start your career as soon as you graduate high school? Maybe. Are you going to go to vocational community college and then start your career? Or are you going to spend 4 to 8 years in a university and then start your career? So career and technical education is kind of the point of school.
Explain to our audience what is CTEC.
Okay, CTEC is the Career and Technical Education Center. So all of our middle high schools have career and tech ed programs. Like here at Capitol, y'all have arts, AV, communication. Y'all have health science. Ms. Obear teaches medical assist, and y'all have a few other ones, okay? Each high school in our parish has a few of those pathways, but like I said earlier, what if there's something that you just love and you're passionate about, but it's not offered at Capitol? Well, CTEC allows us to offer those programs and pathways to all students. So no matter where you go to high school in EBR, if there's something that you're interested in not offered here, you can apply and you can go to CTEC.
Explain to our audience what is JROTC.
Okay, JROTC is a program that promotes teamwork, leadership, commitment, and competition. It's absolutely amazing. If you take it in high school, you can take JROTC 1 and 2, and that will replace your PE and your PE health. So that's an amazing opportunity. Like I said, it's fully funded by the Army. So all of the equipment, all of the uniforms, all of the competitions that the students get to go on are funded and allow students opportunities to participate in ranger competitions, archery competition, rifle team competition. We even have at Liberty, they have one of the nation's very few cyber JROTC programs. So they actually compete in like cybersecurity and robotics competitions. You can also get the drone certification through JROTC.
How does it feel knowing your organization is making an impact on our school?
I just love it. Like I said, your school specifically, because your school is my school. Okay, when I was 21, I felt like I was a baby teacher. This is where I started. So to be able to come back here and see this program or any program on this campus thriving makes me, it's kind of like when you go home and you see something good at your home and you're like, yeah, that makes me feel good. That's how it feels. It just feels great. It feels like everything's working out the way it should.
Tell us some of your success stories at workforce development.
Oh, wow. So I would say we've done pretty good. Last year, as a district, so the credentials that students earn and the classes students take give the school and the district points. And, you know, the school gets a score just like y'all get a score in class. So last year, as a district, we grew almost 16 points in strength of diploma based on the huge increase in industry-based credentials that students earned. We also increased internships from 32 the summer before, and last summer we had almost 400 students participate in internship. That's rising seniors that got paid and placed in a work environment. We actually had 3 intern students work at Capitol and help with the realignment to move y'all from the old campus to the new campus. So they helped with that. Some more successes that we had, we increased professional development for our teachers. We increased CTEC enrollment. So over the past 4 years, CTEC enrollment has gone from about 75 kids to 500 students this year that come and go through CTEC. We've kind of done a lot. We've increased dual enrollment, our business partnerships. They have increased tenfold. And all of our high schools now have clear pathways, and the pathways at those schools, we've purchased new equipment, we've refurbished their facilities and what the kids have to use, which is how you all got this beautiful production set. Do you like it?
I do.
I do too.
What are some of the challenges in deciding which schools receive work-based learning programs?
Okay, so that is not a challenge because all schools have work-based learning programs. All schools do. One of the challenges is determining which schools get what programs. So we work really closely with our industry partners and economic development groups to determine what professions or career training is needed for Baton Rouge. And then we want to make sure that we are preparing kids in high school for not just careers, but careers that actually exist in our community. Does that make sense?
The funds you give us from your program enabled us to purchase our television and video equipment. What do you think of it?
I love it. I love it so much. I actually took a picture of it, and we are working with our other schools that have the same program, and we are going to purchase them similar setups with their school logo. It's just really nice. It's really nice. It's very professional. I feel fancy. You feel fancy when you're back here?
Yeah, I do.
Good.
From all of us at Capitol High, we want to thank you for continuing to support our digital media program.
Well, I would like to thank you all for inviting me, and I would also like to thank you all for taking the charge of doing the hard work, earning these credentials, and then learning how to use this equipment. I was so impressed. I feel like I'm at like WBRZ.
Where do you see your program in the next 5 to 10 years?
Oh, I think that we're going to be a leader for the nation. I think that we've already dared to be great, so all we have to do is go higher. But I see other school systems coming to visit us to find out what was our secret sauce, or what was in our recipe, because everyone has bought in. Our high school principals, our middle school principals, our students. It's just good. It's just been great. It's been great.
Ms. Boyd, is there anything else you would like to add?
I think I've said a lot. What do you think?
I think it's good.
Good.
Well, thank you again for coming on our show today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And you did a great job, Journey.
Thank you.
And I like that name. That's one of my favorite
Thank you.
bands.
We'll be back after this break.